Hello, this is Motor Limited and Alexa. That timer 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Alright, so first hack of the day, I allowed Demo because I'm going to invade, at least Justify. We'll go on India. We can invite them to our faction. That is, thanks LBJ, but I think you got your own faction to lead, so I'm good. Also, I can't fix uh, the what's it called? Sound issue. My apologies. Anyway, let time pass. So Italy's still alive. A lot of people are still alive. Will there be a Czechoslovakia? It's unlikely for us to know, but let us hope. Mauritius wants some stuff. Sino-American stomach? Sure. You want stuff, that's alright. Waiting for anything to happen. Disagreements in the party. That happens to happens. Waiting to invade India and for focuses to complete. Norway is still led by the Toronto Court headquarters. Got that. Get over horizon radar and mini computers. University protests and peacekeeping things. Still expanding Nanjing. Can't wait to see what happens there. Bulgaria wants to be a UN member, sure. Bulgaria is a UN member. That's great. Recently ate a bacon sandwich. Turkish government wants some stuff. They were striking Fujian. There are supporters to do stuff about it. Done that. Focus. Now to our next focused Pondai tree. Let's get national highway system. As China continues to modernize, we must also upgrade the nationalize our highway system, which not only outdated but also more unregulated compared to other countries. If we wish to better connect different parts of our country, we must adopt national highway system. Eurovision, this time Latvia seemed to be one. Ukraine gets to be a UN member. Well done, Latvia. That will be a boost for your new independence. Of them being regrouped through Latvian Legion. Yeah, there's a lot of them dealing with issues in the West, such as ethnic violence and resistance infighting, having a lot of Eastern fascist influence, especially with the Latvian division, and you just don't know where to go, and most of your army is made up of ex-SS members. Poland has divided opinions and call them nationalism, but it's generally quite alright. You are majority made up of the Red Army. Poland is free once more and is deporting a bunch of Germans. Czechia just has some welfare reforms. Austria has leftover Jewish persecution and remains of the Nazi regime left in it, and it's not really doing anything about it. Hungary has its opinions here and there, but it's generally quite alright. Bulgaria is just being pushed of the Balkans. Wallachia has a disarmed army and some great power designers, and similar thing with just no army. Germany itself has been totally disarmed and having basically nothing for it. The Netherlands is back at its home and no longer going in exile. They need to fix that. They need to give the Netherlands a focus tree as well. Luxembourg, there's basically nothing. Denmark has some stuff. So has Norway, but hey, everyone's doing their own thing. Everyone's got their thing to do, they ought to do it. Czech joined the European trading community. Kyrgyzstan wants some stuff. Ukrainian UN membership. US still got Chechen jihadis. US still structured bureaucracy. Lithuania should be a UN member. We got 92 members of the UN. And we all learned early reloaders. 16th of June, we're a few months from that. Quisling has been executed. Also, Stony Jones to EC. Victim Quisling, puppet dictator of Norway, after being captured trying to flee the country, has been put on trial. The courts found him guilty of treason, theft, murder, citing evidence, and he has encouraged the invasion of 1940, greenlit the deportation of Norwegian Jews to their deaths in death camps, and was complicit allowing Germans to plunder Norwegians' natural and industrial resources. Among many crimes, Priestley maintained throughout the trial that he was innocent. All he had done was the ultimate goal of an independent Norway. His pleas were ignored, and his sentence to death was handed down by the highest court. The sentence was carried out 11 days later by a firing squad at Hoi4 fortress. His final words were, "I am convicted unfairly, and I die innocent. A tyrant falls." One of the last things. I don't know if they have an actual thing. So, Quisling is dead. No, they just need to prepare defenses and then return the exiles. Lithuania is now a UN member. So, after us, the Chechen membership to the UN. Sure. They get the Free Norwegian Army. Layer wants some stuff. They fully retake Nordstrom, if it technically exists, which it doesn't, so that one doesn't work. And stabilizing the country, renew ties, and boost democracy. And then they do this: join the core, join the council, expend that thing. Establish the Adore spaceport, and then Alt for Norge. Who knows what that means? Austrian membership to the UN? Sure. South African government wants some stuff? Sure. Austrian UN membership. Rhodesia is still independent, thank the heavens. Review. I want to see what happens when we do the takeover. See what happens when the Zhu Ji Hao clique takes over. This focus has been complete. What next? Halfway to the end of the video, get steel production drive. Despite being a resource-rich nation, much of Chinese resources remain untapped, and therefore we've been limited for our full potential. On the way, we have combated this by increasing our steel production, encouraging various companies to focus on it so we can match the output to other modern nations. Do that. And do that. Like that. Like that. Oh, my game was actively lagging when I get over here. Latvia wants to be a UN member. Sure. Get destroyer hulls and atomic weaponry. Denmark joins the EDC. Get infantry fighting vehicles. Latvia UN membership. Tiger wants some stuff. You need more content. We are finally justified on India, and as the great men say, go, go, go. With all our allies and affairs coming in soon, we shall free India from itself. Very quickly, it seems. And we can't do any of these while at war, so that was cancelled. Authorizing volunteers. Volunteers who wish to go to Vietnam fight for commerce will be supported, perhaps encouraged. The Sino-Indian War. Ever since the Indian Revolution and the Communist defeat in the Chinese Civil War, tensions along the Himalaya Mountains have been high across the two great powers of Asia. Worried about Asian emerged Cold War could escalate into an all-out conflict. Today, it would appear this escalation has come, with tension between two powers at all-time high. Minor border skirmishes have turned into all-out war from dominance over Asia, with many previously neutral nations already allying to one power or the other in a war will likely decide the fate of the Asian continent. For now, one thing is certain: Asia will never be the same. Two tigers, one cave. Himalayan War, a quote by Sudra Chandra Bose. If it is blood alone that can pay the price of freedom, give me blood and I will give you freedom. Two tigers face off. So NATO, the non-aligned treaty organization, versus the ICMA. Where was it? We can now liberate Kashmir. So we get the Republic of Jammu and Kashmir, led by the Kashmir Socialist Party of Prem Nath Bazars. I was not expecting that. Of all things, liberated Kashmir. suppress university protesters, march into Delhi, lads. Damn it, someone's taken it already. Yeah, can I have Delhi? Taking Delhi. Non-debatable factors. Sure, Malaganese peacekeeping force, even though there's no war in Malagasy. And we've already won. So declare victory. That was a quick war. China triumphs in Asia. Asia has found peace today after India delegation agreed to China's ceasefire terms following the long, hard-fought war. I think it was like a few days between the Asian two powers due to the fact that both parties have agreed a war will not be allowed to escalate into conflict. China terms towards India, described as moderate, being forced to recognize the independence of Pakistan and Assam, as well as the unification of Vietnam. India's position close has been weakened significantly. With the reunification of China and Tibet complete, this war ripples across the globe. Had Sicily failed for the last time? Again, this region. There's now an independent free state of San led by the Council of States and the Northeast Council, which is also a puppet of ours. We got a new Republic of Kashmir, which is a thing. Here, no, you do not. And unified Vietnam. That was it. And will they collapse? What's the game plan afterwards? So, I guess see what happens. Well, that was depressing for a great conflict. Just walk into Delhi and boom, victory. Instantly. We have the Chung Huao. I got free Assam, free Kashmir, which was already technically Pakistani. I guess a peacekeeping thing. I hope that India collapses, or this is going to have to re-invade them. At this rate. Or at least something happens. Because the 20-day war is just terrible. Be the most blandest war I've ever seen. take us down on some stuff. Ukraine enjoyed the EDC. We could give some stuff away. That was pathetic. Check membership to the UN. Yeah. Reduce rate, I'm just going back in. Still got the Calcutta problem. We still got issues. Who's there? I mean, well done for the free states of Assam. You're now independent under a military dictatorship of a bunch of leaders. Wait, no, I think I picked the wrong thing. I wanted to pick this one. So I forgot to read it. China's railways have long been controlled by foreign powers, but now they will be full control of. Now we will have full control of them. Therefore, our destiny, while we have yet to fully benefit from that, we can start introducing a national railroad development plan that will only expand the existing network, but upgrade it as well. I get this. The railway reorganization plan. Originally planned to be executed after the Second Sino-Japanese War, this railroad reorganization plan was postponed due to continuation of the Chinese Civil War. They were largely forgotten even after the end of the Civil War, due to the government's attention being diverted towards other projects. The neglect of the Chinese railway, however, will soon come down to the end as the government reintroduces the railway reorganization plan. According to details laid within the planning document, China's geographical vast and somewhat disjointed rail network will be grouped into regional administrations. For example, the Northeastern Railroad Administration and the Central Railway Administration and the Southern Railroad Administration will be created to oversee their respective regions and be tasked to take charge of operating their sections of rail network. Together, these state-owned groups will bring the modernize of our nation mass transit system. So next time I'll get a new focus, probably this one because I was meant to pick it in the first place, then this one, then who knows. probably re-invade India. I guess. There's no plans for a second Sino-Indian war. I'm surprised. I really want to get to Calcutta to stop these goddamn Calcutta agents. God damn. Anyway, see you next time. Hope you see you again. This is Marshall Otis signing out. Voyage to the Assam, I guess.